How's everyone doing? What I've got here is geoengineering up on the screen, and we're going to talk a little bit about that because what is going on right there, right here, ties into geoengineering, climate change, and the whole thing that the powers that be are pushing. And what I'm talking about here is, let me see if I can find it here. I know it's here. This right here. Highly contagious MERS virus hits the U.S. Unlikely to spread. Highly contagious, but it's unlikely to spread. Well, that doesn't make much sense. Let's go here to the CDC and look at this. It says here that it's not that contagious. It did not meet criteria for a public emergency, health emergency, or international concern, but was nevertheless a serious and great concern. Okay, that's 2012. No, the first reported human case was in 2012. In July 2013, the world that was when what I was just talking about went down. As of September 20, 2013, total of 130 cases from 8 countries have been reported to the World Health Organization. 45% of these cases have been fatal. All cases have been directly or indirectly linked through travel to or residence in 4 countries: Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Jordan, and United Arab Emirates. And let's look at that here for a minute. Saudi Arabia detects 7 more cases of MERS. Jordan reports death. And it talks a little bit about that. Now, this disease came from a camel, is where it originated from. Camels charged with passing MERS virus to people. I believe personally they've done something to this virus. Either that or it's going right along with their plan, and that's to scare everybody. And it's all about climate change, though, every bit of it. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. MERS, coronavirus, the next global pandemic. Death toll 58 and climbing. World Health Organization fails to isolate source of deadly virus. Now that's a lie. They have isolated the source of the virus. It's a freaking camel. Now let's look here. Lung doctors expect respiratory disease will worsen with global climate change. Huh. Ain't that something? Isn't that interesting? And what do we see? We see worsening problems with breathing things. And here's another one. Climate impacts on human health. Talks about all this stuff here. Thus, I'm sure the need for control and geoengineering and all that crap going right back to the source here. Geoengineering. Old Ted Turner spewing it out. You know? How many of you had a nice really cold and dry winter this year? Or has your winter been inclement and wet and thawing a lot, and stuff like that? Well, I know what mine's been like. We've got frogs that we've never had chirping around here like ducks. Water is in places that it hasn't been in 100 years. It's just crazy. Climate change effects. Well, we all know what climate changes can do. Destroy the earth, ruin us, ruin crops, health, everything else. And we know that HARP affects this. We know that geoengineering or chemtrailing, chem bombing affects this. We know these things. Let's go here to the CDC. Look at this a little bit more. Okay. Was first reported to cause human infection in September 2012. I believe I've already given you guys that one. Well, I believe that's the same one. It is. Pardon me. But anyway, highly contagious. I mean, they're freaking everybody out. They're scaring everybody. MERS. I remember a woman talking about MERS last year, talking about it was going to come here and wipe everybody out, and it didn't happen. And now they've got all these nurses from this hospital in Orlando isolated, staying home, when the CDC says that it's not that big a deal and it's not that contagious. And Saudi Arabia population in 2014 is 29 million. 18,626. It's 0.40% of the world population. And how many died? 130 something? That's nowhere near a severe frickin' pandemic. Give me a frickin' break. I mean, that's like what the flu will take out. Okay, here we go. More MERS virus cases pop up in Saudi Arabia. Death toll at 121. I've found several places that this death toll has jumped around all over the place. And if I had the time, I'd put it together for you and show you exactly what I mean. But you can go and look into this yourselves. Camels charged with passing MERS virus. Okay, got that one done. More cases in Jordan. Death. I believe we went over this one as well. But look at this. More deaths. MERS deaths. Al Jazeera. 147. 5 new deaths an hour ago. Here's 11 hours ago. Let's see if it says another 5 have died. That's 5 new deaths right there. 5 deaths. Here's 4 more deaths. That was from last week. Here's 4 days ago. Reports 7 more deaths. I mean, so it appears to be just frickin' wiping people out left and right. But don't worry so much about this thing, y'all. I did a video just the other day where the hantavirus has changed into a respiratory disease, and these people were pinning this on the hantavirus. It's got the exact same things. The flu with strep throat and pneumonia, and it becomes into this kind of a thing. But this here is climate change. Climate change. It's going to kill us all. You know? Here's another one. Climate change. Deathly heat. Air pollution. Dangerous 1-2 punch. I mean, this thing is just, it seems to be going right along with their little guideline on climate change. And I believe it's going to just fuel the fire for their whole need to continue geoengineering, spraying chemtrails and chem dumps, all this crap that we're going through. I mean, there's definitely a link here. There is a link between these things. You know, lung doctors expect respiratory disease will worsen with global climate change. Well, hello? Have you read the recent news? It's worsening as far as they're concerned. But in reality, I don't believe that it is. I don't believe it's any worse than the flu or anything else. Anyways, I wanted to bring you guys all this information that I've compiled. I will leave all links below so you guys can come in here and investigate this stuff on your own. Check this stuff out on your own. Because it's a lot of research, a lot of stuff to go through. And they're not being totally honest with everything either. Because this thing is not the bubonic plague that they're claiming it to be. Now, it may be now. They may have changed it in some way. Changed a molecule here or there and made it resistant or more aggressive. Who knows what they could have done. I believe these are the two same ones. I do believe. Yeah, that's the same ones. I'm not going to leave both of them up. I won't put them both down because it's the same thing. Apologize for that. But yeah, anyways, this is the big scary monster that they want you to fear. Anyway, I hope everyone's well. And, you know, carry on. Do what's right. And do your best to help one another. And, you know, with all of this is in the power of somebody much greater than us. Our higher power has all this stuff under control. And what's going to happen will happen. But I believe this whole thing is playing into the New World Order's plans, global warming, geoengineering, and all that kind of crap. Anyway, I hope everyone's well. Never give up your guns. The Second Amendment protects the first and the last. God bless. Good luck to us all. This is Chatty Dab 1 over and out.